Children from fatherless homes in this country, 5 times more likely to commit suicide than children who have a father in the home. 32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times more likely to become sexually aggressive or commit rape. 10 times more likely to engage in drug abuse. It just breaks my heart. No heat, no judgment.
A woman will open up and say, you know what, not having my father really is a problem, really is an issue. And I wish we could get more black women to just point out, wait a minute, it's not cool that your kids don't have their father. It's not it's not cool that you didn't grow up with yours. It's not, I don't need no man. It's not, fathers don't matter. It's not, niggas ain't shit. It's actually, we as a people, we as a culture, we as a community have to deal with each other. And in dealing with each other, if we're creating children, if we're having little innocent beings who only thing they know about themselves is what we present about ourselves. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. If you are a Jew and you know that you must be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that, that matters. Your goal is higher. What you want to be in life is exalted. Matters. Your goal is higher. What you want to be in life. Our goal in life is where? What do we have to look up to? Who do we have to look up to? Was our fathers impressive? Was our grandfathers impressive? It doesn't even matter what you say sometimes to your children. It's what you do. It's what you have. It's the presence you command. It's the maturity of how you deal with each other and deal with other people. And that's the biggest thing we need in the black community. Where does that start? To me, it's with fathers. If your man is confident, your man is proud. When your man is proud, he loves what he has. He protects what he has when he has these situations. And that's when you, as a woman, as a man, as a family, as a community, that's when we'll be better. When we actually care about each other. It starts with the fathers. It starts with the relationship and the children.
Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Do you remember when we all began? It just seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember? I bet you remember. I bet you remember. What's good, everybody? What's good? Hey, man. Go see Fatherless America if you haven't seen it. Download the video. You can go to fatherlessamerica.com. It's a great movie. Support my boy Tommy Sotomayor and this magnificent piece of art that he has created. Make sure you check it out. You can go to fatherlessamerica.com. You can go to his website at tjskoc.com. And you can download it. You can get it on Amazon. The movie is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So make sure you get it. All right. But shout out to everybody who came and joined the show. Shout out to everybody on the United Guns of America channel. And shout out to everybody who's over here in the Relationship Rehab. I am your host, Brian Redmond. And today we are doing a breakdown of... And I was really trying to find a way to like title this, but I said, damn that. I'm going to title it what it is. White security guard pulls gun on black Ohio sheriff deputy. And this shit here, I was really watching this like, wow, he doing that. He's really doing that. This is a classic example of why the greater majority of the time, security guards, security guards don't need guns. I'm telling you, I will say it time and time again. There should be a new law or some type of other law put in. This was a classic example of why security guards don't need guns. If you are an armed security guard, you need to be code certified. You ever heard, those of you who don't know, you got T codes, M codes, whatever the case may be, you need to be certified and went through the training that a law enforcement officer has to go through. Sitting in a security guard class at Apollo Security, we got them security, we gonna take care of your security. That is what we got going on right here. Mall security, top flight security, whatever security you want to call it. This is the reason why we don't need to have security guards with guns. I'm telling you, this was terrible. I am so shocked that this did not go the other way. What is wrong with my camera? Hold up, wait. Seems like it's doing something, as my lovely wife would say. It's doing something. Let me see here. If I go here to this guy and go to this guy. Nope, that's good. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. Let me try this. Because this could be, there we go. Got that auto thing happening. I don't want that. Take that off. No auto on, no auto here. No auto. Look at that. I look good again. I wasn't looking good. I wasn't looking like my multi-million-dollar self. I apologize to the people. I know. I was so shiny, like a nigga sitting on a camera with his settings fucked up. I was so shiny. But now I got it together. Alright, look. So check this out. First and foremost, salute to E-Goose is me. Over here on the United Guns of America. She was first in the chat. And then, let me see who I got over here. Bella Mia, a.k.a. Susie P. Thank you. She was the first one in the chat, too. Appreciate it. That's what's up. If you have not subscribed to the United Guns of America or to the Relationship Rehab, first and foremost, you ain't shit. Second of all, there's redemption. You can do it now and be all good. That's all I'm saying to you. Go ahead and sign in now. Let me give a shout out to everybody else. Shout out to Miriam. Shout out to Athena. Shout out to Eric Owens. Shout out to Daquan, Selena Patrick. Hey, and Selena just donated too. That's what I'm talking about, Selena. Thank you so much. My man Nip Tuck. My man Leroy Honeycutt. Lord Vader, my apprentice. Shout out to you, my man in Degwa, Dallas, Texas in the building. What up, man? DFW, I feel you. I'm representing DFW in the house. Yeah, buddy. Sylvester, what's going on? Hey, so let's go ahead and dive right in. But first and foremost, I want to hear from this lovely lady who's telling me all about this here fair use. And it's none other than my lovely wife.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Ain't no punch ass lips on the show. All right, here we go. So now, for those of you who don't know, we have a situation where a sheriff's deputy, a man of the law, walks into a government building, IRS building. Now, let me say this. There are certain places where officers can't take their guns. However, when an officer is in uniform, there is only two places, really one place that I know an officer can't take a firearm. I'm talking full uniform, belt, he got on the gloves, he got on the the big belt to go around. He got on the uniform shirt. He got on the pants. He got on everything. Got the radio here. Yep, I said the radio. We can be like, hey, Colt 10 over here. Colt 10 chains on. He got that on. Only place I've seen an officer take his gun off is inside the jail where the prisoners are. So if you walking behind the jail, like we lock somebody up, and you need to go back in the back where is officers at, then you take your firearm and you put it in a little box that says for firearms. It's a box. It's on the wall. The box is set up to where your gun is supposed to face a certain way to where it can't even go through a wall and hit somebody. You put your gun in there, then you can go back in the back where the prisoners are. I know that place. Only other place I know of, and this is only sometimes, is when you walk into a courthouse, but that's if you ain't in uniform, you ain't supposed to have it. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Other than that, a law enforcement officer that's in full uniform can walk anywhere with his gun. Why the hell this security guard didn't get that information, I have no idea, but I guess he did. I don't know. But let's go ahead and watch what happened, because he comes in and all the brother had was a question, as my brother Easy say, a question. He was asking a question, and my man, what's his name? Seth Eklund is the security guard, and Alan Gaston is the sheriff's deputy. He lost his ever-loving mind. And I'm going to break this down after we watch it, so let's check it out.
Well, some scary moments caught on tape. A Lucas County Sheriff's deputy in uniform has a gun pulled on him by a security guard.
And now that security guard faces criminal charges as the deputy tries to wrap his head around almost being killed in what should have been a very basic situation. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty with the video you'll only see on 13 ABC. Sean.
Yeah, that deputy came here to Fort Seagate to ask a question at the IRS office, a step that almost cost him his life.
When did it become a problem when niggas can't ask questions no more, man? Jesus Christ.
As Lucas County Sheriff's Deputy Alan Gaston enters the IRS office, he's in full uniform with his badge and his firearm visible. He's on duty May 31st, but says he stopped at the office for a phone number to ask about a letter he got from the IRS.
See?
Deputy Gaston says the guard told him he needed to put his gun in his car. Gaston said he couldn't do that. The conversation ends with a gun pointed at the deputy's back. Gaston vividly remembers that moment.
Basically preparing myself to be shot at that moment, bracing for a shot in my back.
The whole thing caught on security camera as the guard follows Deputy Gaston to the elevator with the gun out, and it appears his finger very close to the trigger. The guard then tries to take Gaston into custody, once again with the gun drawn.
There's really no way to it, know how you're going to act when there's a gun pointed at you and when you think you're going to lose your life.
Gaston works as a defensive tactics instructor. He says he felt the best way to de-escalate this situation was to walk away. Eventually, Toledo police arrived after getting a 911 call.
He's got a gun and he won't leave.
But the caller from inside the IRS office never tells 911 the man with the gun is a uniformed deputy sheriff. Gaston's biggest concern as this incident unfolded were the other people inside the office.
If I'm going to get shot, which I felt like I was, it's not fair. They came there to do their business.
Gaston and his wife have now filed a civil lawsuit against the security guard Seth Eklund and the security company, seeking compensation after Gaston allegedly suffered emotional and psychological distress and lost wages. He's currently on medical leave from the Lucas County Sheriff's Department. He has a message for that security guard.
I would say clearly your training is lacking, and the fact that you went from 0 to 100 lethal force is unacceptable.
That security guard, Seth Eklund, is now facing a charge of aggravated menacing. He's due in court next week. We tried to reach out to him today, but could not contact him. We also reached out to the IRS for a comment today, but we've not yet heard back, Leah and Diane.
That's just like the government. The government, like, we don't know that nigga. The government IRS is like, shit, we don't know that motherfucker, man. All we know is that we hired top flight security to put somebody down there. We don't know Seth. That's all the IRS is saying. They like, we don't know Seth. We the government. We don't know that. All we want to do is pay taxes. We want you to pay your taxes, and we want to pay your taxes. We gonna come get your ass. We don't know nothing about self. He's all right, but he's not real. Allen's that deal. That's what they doing. So our rest is like, we don't know this nigga. Look. That's why we outsource the security firm, because we don't know him. Right, Sylvester. They're like, who? Seth Eklund. Who? Man, I don't know him. He like that black dude in what's the movie? Goddamn, one of my favorite movies. The movie my daddy in. Goddamn. The Fugitive. When they went to go ask that black doctor in The Fugitive, like, hey, have you seen Dr. Richard Kimball? He was like, I haven't seen him. He was like, motherfucker, just now. I haven't seen him. I wouldn't know. Like, motherfucker, hey, that's what he did. So, let's get ready to break down. Here we go. So, first and foremost, the fact that this dude pulled his gun on a uniformed police officer who was on the job and working is the biggest problem in this whole situation. I don't get the fact that in what situation would you, as a security guard, FBI agent, CIA, Secret Service, stock boy, nigga walking down the street, whatever, I don't see how you would pull your gun on a uniformed police officer who came to ask a fucking question. All he wanted was to know, hey man, look, I got this letter from this motherfucker that told me I owe taxes and to send the money over to Nairobi, or I can send it to Nigeria. I need to know if this is real or not. This dude sent me a letter saying I owe these taxes and I need to send him a check over to Mumbai, India, so I can get this the IRS off my back. Is this real? I'm just trying to ask a question. How do you go from that? And the dude walked in smooth as hell. My man walked in with no problem. He was feeling good about himself. And he was probably on his way off of lunch and was like, man, you know what? Let me whip on around here, see what the hell these people gonna tell me at this IRS building. I can go up in here. How do you go up in there? He probably had a toothpick in his mouth and like, hey, look, I got a question, man. And my man Seth done lost his goddamn mind and pulled his gun. Not saying, hey man, you gotta take your gun off of here. Have that conversation. I ain't gotta take my gun. I can't do that. And even I can say this. As a law enforcement officer, for the time that I served the public, we were told, don't you never, ever, 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 never, ever, never, ever, ever have this motherfucking uniform on and don't have your gun. Don't you never do it. I don't give a fuck if you going to a 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee on your way home, or you're getting a Slurpee on your way to the goddamn job. Once you put on that uniform shirt, your gun needs to already be on your hip. You hear me? You need to have that gun, right? Don't you walk out the door. Don't take out the garbage. Don't you go nowhere without your gun. Once you put on that uniform shirt, you better have your gun. That's what we were always taught. And the reason why you do that is because you don't never want to be in a situation to where you either have to do something, because you are bound by your oath to uphold the law. So if you see some fuck shit going on, you don't want to be an identified police officer and don't have your gun. And if somebody want to say, hey, I'm killing the first cop I see today, and your ass is at the gas station buying some flaming hots or getting you a donut, and you ain't got your gun on you, but you got your uniform shirt. You just got it on in your oath. I've seen plenty of police officers got their gun, got their shirt open, and it ain't on. They ain't got it on, but they got their shirt on, but they got their gun on under that shirt because they not working, but they just got the motherfucker on. I just got off. I'm on my way home. I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I had this goddamn vest on. All they even tell you that whenever you put your uniform shirt on. I'm talking your uniform shirt. It should always be going on over your vest. You should always have your vest on when you have your uniform shirt on. They tell you that. So it's like when you do that, when you do those type of things, and you out here and you dealing with that type of environment, you always got to have your gun on, which is why that officer like, I can't take my gun off. My thing is this: if I'm just here to ask a question, why the fuck do you need me to take my gun off and you see who I am clearly, sir? And even if you had a doubt, ask me for my credentials. Tell me, hey man, look, officer, I'm feeling a little racist today. I feel my prejudice has been turned all the way up. And even though you in this full goddamn uniform, squared away like a motherfucker, crisp and clean, I need to see your credentials. If that's what you want to do, being a jealous, I wish I was the police as security guard, if that's what you need to do, hey man, you have the right to do that. Let me see your credentials or your badge to show me that you are who you say you are. Fine. Then there you go. Here it is. There it is. You good. Boom. It is what it is. And be done with it. But he didn't do that. He went from, like he said, 0 to 100. When you pull your gun, that means that you are what we call going to 2. So you unstrap, you pull, you tuck ready. Once you tuck ready, the next thing, you only got 2 more steps after tuck ready. That's to present, finger on the trigger, let's pull. Them the only 2 things you got left. So that means if you are at the point to where you done broke leather, boom, you hear tuck ready. That means that you are ready to shoot someone. That means that your life or someone else's life is in danger of being lost, or somebody can suffer grave bodily harm. That's exactly where you at when you go there. And it's like, I don't understand how he thought that that was okay. And the only thing I can think of is just this. I'm sure that that guy has applied for several different jobs as a police officer. And the fact that he ain't got nan one of them proves why he shouldn't be the police. Sometimes the test works out and your ass don't make it. And I'm all for that. Sometimes the psyche valve tells a tale. Sometimes the questions tell the tale. Not all the time, but sometimes it do. And I'm glad it did in this situation, because that dude shouldn't be the police. Because had he been the police, he'd been done shot 3-4 motherfuckers by now. Black, white, Hispanic, that's a motherfucker there who just want to get his gun off. Just like that dude that shot Laquan McDonald. He wanted to get his gun off. I want to see this slide go back and forth. That's what I want to see. I want to feel my finger pulling the trigger. That's what he did. And that's why he did what he did. So it's like that dude, he literally wanted the confrontation. And when you saw the officer leaving, you saw him leaving, he still was trying to hold the motherfucker. He put his foot in the door. What the fuck you gonna do, arrest him? You can't arrest that man. What the hell is you talking about? Now let me get into the second part of the fucked upness of this whole thing.
Well, some scary moments caught on tape. A Lucas County Sheriff's deputy in uniform has a gun pulled on him by a security guard.
And now that security guard faces criminal charges as the deputy tries to wrap his head around almost being killed in what should have been a very basic situation. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty with the video you'll only see on 13 ABC. Sean.
Yeah, that deputy came here to Force Seagate to ask. As Lucas County Sheriff's deputy Alan Gaston.
You know how they walk the shaft music? That's that he playing some cool ass music in his head as he walk. He got his own theme music. What's that damn, what's the dude name from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? Jack Slade. Yeah, his name ain't Alan Gaston no more. This Jack Slade walking in the motherfucking walking in the goddamn thing. Jack Slade comes in, smooth as hell.
Enters the IRS office.
Look
He's
at
in
Jack
full
Slade, got his
uniform
shades up
with
top.
his badge
He
and his
cool as
firearm
hell
visible.
with it.
He's
Got
on
his
duty
shirt
May
open, got the
31st,
white
but
tee
says
showing.
he stopped at the
Hey,
office for a
look,
phone number to
I
ask
need a
about a
question,
letter
man.
he got
Look
from the
here.
IRS.
Tell
Deputy
me
Gaston says the
what
guard told
time
him he
does
needed to put his
whatever.
gun in his
That's
car.
what he in here
Gaston
doing.
said he couldn't do that.
And then the dude like, hey man, look, you gotta take your gun off. Sir, you have to take your gun off. And that motherfucker Jack Slade said, That's bullshit. I ain't taking off my gun, pimp. That's bullshit, Mr. Handman. That's exactly what he told him. He went Jim Kelly on his ass. I ain't doing it. I ain't taking my gun off. And then I'm pretty sure it was maybe possibly because he cool as a fan. He might have even thrown a motherfucker out there. Either way, let the man
Conversation
go.
ends
He's like, you know
with
what,
a
pimp?
gun.
I'm gone. I'm gonna come back Tuesday. What he doing? He like, no. And my thing is this: what I would love to ask that police officer, the security officer, what the fuck were you gonna do when you got your gun pointed at a man who is walking away from you, and he's a uniformed police officer? What the fuck is your plan right here, right now? That's what I want to know. What is the plan? What are you gonna do? How you gonna stop and detain this motherfucking man? Tell me that. And my thing is this: if that police officer would have motherfucking whooped his ass or pulled his gun, they would have had a goddamn shootout. That was the only thing left. Which is why I believe, and thank God he was trained the way that he's trained, being a defensive tactical police officer. He knew that. He like, man, if this shit get escalated anymore, this motherfucker's gonna shoot me. And that's why he said that. I was bracing myself for the shot. He like, man, hopefully this motherfucking white boy can't shoot, and I just catch a shell in my vest. I know that's what he had to be thinking, because that's why he would leave. At the end of the day, he could have been like, motherfucker, I can call all my boys down here, and we can tear this motherfucker apart. But he was just like, I need to leave, because this motherfucker is ready. He is ready to shoot me. Not that he was thinking about it. Not that he might. No, he was ready. That white boy right there was ready to shoot. He was like Big Baby in Rosewood. I'ma shoot. That's what he was saying this morning. When that white boy was buttoning up his shirt, his girlfriend was trying to like, yeah, you going to work today, huh, Seth? He was like, I'ma shoot. He putting on his gun belt. She like, okay, what time you get off today? He like, I'ma shoot. Like Big Baby gonna shoot. That's all he been thinking about. He been dreaming about it. He been when he on the toilet in the bathroom dropping a deuce. You know, we might be on our phones looking through Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. He's sitting there with his gun tucked ready on the toilet. That boy be sitting there like this. Yup, and then if somebody come in my office and they ever do something I don't like, I'm gonna shoot them. That's what he doing on the toilet. When he in the bed at night, laying next to his girlfriend, or he probably ain't got no girlfriend. When he in his mama's basement, laying in the bed at night, right after he done beat off to some porn, he laying in the bed like this. And tomorrow, if somebody come in and they give me a problem, I'm gonna shoot them. Alarm go off. Oh, Big Baby gonna shoot. Good morning. Ma! Meatloaf! That's what he doing. That shit is crazy. How do you get that far from a dude coming in to ask a question? He was hell bent on that.
At the deputy's back, Gaston vividly remembers that moment.
Basically preparing myself to be shot at that moment, bracing for a shot in my back.
The whole thing caught on security camera as the guard followed.
Now, my man, Jack Slade, is here waiting on the elevator. He like, come on, elevator. I know I'm on 2, but I don't want to take the stairs. He can't take the stairs because ain't no goddamn cameras on the stairs. Because that white boy will be on them stairs and yell, gun! Pow, 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 pow. That's what would happen. Right. He sleep on the pallet by his mama bed. He has exactly. That motherfucker ain't got his own place, and he ain't got no girlfriend. I tell you that.
Follows Deputy Gaston to the elevator with the gun out.
He like,
and it appears his finger very close to the trigger.
And now he
the
guard like,
then
hey,
tries
man,
to take Gaston.
Now you see that move, which was smart. You see how he moved out of the line of sight of the gun? That was smart as fuck. I like the way that he did that, because that asshole could have accidentally pulled the trigger. Real talk.
Very close to the trigger.
See that? See
the
how
guard
he stepped
then
away
tries
from
to
that?
take Gaston into custody. Once again with the gun drawn.
There's really no
and look at him. He's trying to stop
way to know how you're going to act when there's a gun pointed at you, and when you think you're going to lose your life.
Gaston works as a defensive tactics instructor. He says he felt the best way to de-escalate this situation was to walk away.
To walk away.
Eventually, Toledo police arrived after getting an...
And now here's where everybody who would say, oh well, he didn't know, or maybe he wasn't well trained, he wasn't trying to kill him, he didn't want to really shoot him, he was just doing his job and just didn't know. Nope. Here's where it came down to a straight up black and white, I want this motherfucker to go down. Watch.
911 call.
He's got a gun and he won't leave.
Boom. He's got a gun and he won't leave. Who won't leave? A fucking uniformed sheriff deputy? How did you just leave that part out if you were so righteous in what the hell you was doing? How are you so righteous in what you was doing if you was so hell-bent on just doing your job and upholding your laws and statutes within your building of what you was told as an officer? How would you leave that part out? You know why you would leave it out? Because it makes you sound like a goddamn idiot. I got a uniformed sheriff's deputy down here who has a gun. Huh? He's supposed to have one. What the hell is your problem? Is he pointing at you? Is he shooting you? What is the problem? There is no problem. He's trying to leave. So you called us, told us there's a man with a gun, and he's an actual sheriff's deputy, and he's leaving, and you're doing what now? That's why he left it the way that he did.
But the caller from inside the IRS office never tells 911 the man with the gun is a uniformed deputy sheriff.
Exactly.
Gaston's biggest concern as this incident unfolded were the other people inside the office.
If I'm going to get shot, which I felt like I was, it's not fair. They came there to do their business.
Exactly. What happened? What the hell? I'm just not, I don't really be watching the damn chat. What the hell is going on? I corrected. Basic criminal charges should be second-degree murder. Lots of, I don't know. I'm not about to worry about it. But hey, unless it's somebody putting some dumb shit in there, let everybody say what they say. And if they got something they directing at me, I'll eventually catch it and then I'll address it. But ain't no reason to be blocking nobody right now. If there's some bullshit or something going on, then hey, I'll check it. But other than that, let these people say what they gonna say and let me address it. Alright, cool. So, getting back to this shit here. The fact that he left that part out about the him being a uniformed sheriff's deputy, that is a problem. Because that proves to me that he knew he was wrong and he was just trying to amplify this situation. He was trying to heighten the situation. The fact that he had his gun out and when he called the police, he didn't say shit, but there's a man here. That dude is not just a man. He is a sworn sheriff's deputy. So I don't give a damn what you talking about. What he didn't know is that, hey, at the end of the day, that motherfucker there, you need to go to jail. And that's what I believe he didn't realize until all of this shit wound up unfolding. Because once the Toledo police officer get there, they looking like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, why are we even here?
Gaston and his wife have now filed a civil lawsuit against the security guard Seth Eklund and the security company, seeking compensation after Gaston allegedly suffered emotional and psychological distress and lost wages. He's currently on medical leave from the Lucas County Sheriff's Department. He has a message for that security guard.
I would say clearly your training is lacking, and the fact that you went from 0 to 100 lethal force is unacceptable.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And I hope when they take his ass to court that motherfucker, that is the person. Here's my thing, and I've always said this. A lot of times when police officers make mistakes, I don't think police officers should lose their job if they fuck up. Now, depending on if a life is lost or something like that, that's one thing. But a police officer arresting somebody they shouldn't, they should be reprimanded, but they should not lose their job. I'm not a proponent of anybody losing their job. I'm just not that type of person. I believe it has to be looking at the totality of the circumstances should dictate that. But just because you fuck up and do something wrong, you shouldn't lose your job. Here's where this is a situation to where he should lose his job because he was in a position to where somebody almost died, and it would have been solely because of him that person would have died, and that is a problem to me. So yes, I don't believe that this dude should be the fucking police. I don't believe he should have a gun. Now, if you want to give this motherfucker a baton or a rape whistle, a rape whistle or some shit like that, and a radio and a flashlight, fine by me. But this motherfucker shouldn't have nothing more lethal than a goddamn taser, because for the fact that he was able to have a weapon where he was willing to take this man's life, you were willing to use lethal force on a uniformed sheriff's deputy. For what? Because he had a question? That's up here. That's not lack of training. That's not, oh, well, he just got excited. That's my mental, my whole thinking pattern is not right. I don't think logically enough to where I should carry a gun. People talk about all the time, you should have a mental exam you should take before you can carry a gun. This motherfucker gonna fail it. He don't need to have a gun. He does not need to be able to have the power of life and death in his hand, because he clearly is going to choose wrong. He has demonstrated it already. And what will happen a lot of times is that you'll have police officers that make really bad choices, and in some instances they'll kill somebody, and it would be something that they were where it was unjustified, and they'll wind up transferring to another police department in a different state, in another city, or whatever the case may be. They may go from city police to county police. They may go from state police to city police. Whatever the case may be, that happens a lot. But this shit here, he should not be able to carry a firearm. Plain and simple. This motherfucker should barely be able to light a bottle rocket because of what he was willing to do and what he deduced in his mind as to this is the next level. This is what I need to be doing right now with this sworn deputy sheriff. This is what he decided to do. And the fact that he did that, he should not carry a firearm. That's not lack of training. That's not poor judgment. That is a person who is not equipped to mentally handle the job that he is supposed to be doing. He can't mentally handle it because of the fact that he was willing to do what he did just in that instance without even shooting the dude. The fact that you went from talking to a person to lethal force and there was nothing that dictated for you to even go anything above verbal commands was a problem. Big baby gonna shoot. There's no way he should do that. Let me see what Big Mo said. I think I would have had issue with him pointing to hell yeah. Now me, it's like, and it was like this. I guess one of the things I saw from this was just saying, and a shout out to my man Mo. One of the big problems I had with this was the fact that he pointed that gun at me. I believe that my man Jack Slade, aka Alan Gasson, I believe that he got offended and got upset, but he was smart enough to realize how this shit is gonna play out. Because me, my first mind, I'd be like, motherfucker, you pulling your gun out on me? Are you fucking serious? Like I'm the fucking police and you're pulling your gun on me. I would have been more confrontational, but I believe the fact that he thought through it is why he said, let me walk the fuck out of here. Let me not hold court on this shit in the streets right now. Let me not do this fuck shit and challenge this dumbass. Let me not deal with this right now, because if I do, I could possibly lose my life, or I might fuck around and take his. And it's like, when you think about in a court of law, what would have happened if shit would have went left? If Jack Slade would have took that gun from him and lit his ass up, would he have been justified? Would it have been a good shoot? Would it have been, hey, so what's up? He did what he did. He protected himself. If he would have slapped that gun out that motherfucker, and that motherfucker even had on gloves. The fuck you doing sitting at a desk in the IRS building with fucking tactical gloves on? Who the fuck does that? That's another indicator to say, why are you sitting here with gloves on? How many times of the day do you have to pat somebody down? Never. Sitting at a fucking information desk, how many times do you have to fucking go hands on? Probably once every 10 years. Why would you be sitting there with tactical gloves on, ready to pull your fucking gun out on somebody? It's like he's so overthinking his position. It's like, dude, I don't get it. There was no justification whatsoever what he did. And if anybody disagrees with me, please put that in the comment section. Put it in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, whatever the case may be, if you can justify to me why this dude did what he did, I am all fucking ears. I definitely would love to hear somebody else's point of view to oppose what it is I'm saying. Because there is no way that this dude should have ever been in a situation to where he could do what he did and think that it's okay. No goddamn way whatsoever. That shit was just so fucking grossly fucking overplayed, overreacted. It's everything. He literally just did some dumb shit and he could have had somebody die because of it, including himself. They could have exchanged fire and both could have been shot. Both could have died from that shit. That's my biggest thing too. It's like you put not just your life, other people's lives. It could have been a motherfucker in the office next door. Could have been somebody upstairs. Could have been somebody downstairs. Hell, he was on the second floor. A bullet could have went through a wall and somebody else could have got killed because of your dumbassness. I don't get it. But there was one other thing I wanted to show too, as to help solidify my point as to why security guards don't need to carry guns. And I'm going to show y'all that right now. Here, as Slick Rick would say, here we go. There we go. And turn that off. So come on. There we go. All right. Now this, yep. I don't know where the hell is. Oh, there it is. I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, where the hell is it? Yeah. All right, cool. So check this shit out here. This is a security guard at some mall somewhere, and this dumbass got a gun too. He has gotten into it with a guy out in the street somewhere, and shit done leveled up to the point to where he has pulled his gun out after he done got his ass whipped. So he gets his ass whipped, and then he pulls out his gun. Now, one of the things that pissed me off about this was just the way that he is carrying himself as a law enforcement officer. If you get into some situations or a skirmish or whatever the case may be, you need to motherfucking call the police. Call for help when your ass get into an altercation or some shit. Because this right here was some of the dumbest shit I've seen.
Yeah. Not your dumb fucking ass, you fucking pussy. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's go. You gonna play? Come on. Yeah, come on. What's up? Oh, shit.
World Star.
Yeah, this was good. Did you see that motherfucking two-piece that motherfucker got, boy? He got that one, then came back with another one and hit that button, hit that flow. He gave his ass that, not the tiger uppercut, he gave him that bow rod straight punch where he came straight across on his ass. Jesus Christ. Let's go back to that.
Ass? Yeah. Not your dumb fucking ass, you fucking pussy.
He said tag your in.
Come on, let's go.
Boom.
Come on. Yeah, come on. What's up? Oh, shit.
World Star.
Boom. Hey, look. You know you done stole on a motherfucker when you hit him, that motherfucker take about 4 or 5 steps back. So it's like they standing there, and then when you catch that face, like bam, that motherfucker take like a 1, 2, 3. He do like a little step, like bam, 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 get up. He hit him with that James Brown, boy. Jesus Christ. That rocked his ass. That motherfucker almost went to sleep. Down goes Frazier.
Yeah, this was good.
What's up? What? You want some more? What? You want some more of this? What? You want some more? What? Get in your car, man. Bleed. About some blood. Get in your car.
Now, let me explain something to you here. Clear difference between police officers and security officers. There's a certain level of professionalism that a police officer should always exude. When you gotta go hands-on, you do what you gotta do. You know, I always say, you're going hands-on, be two things, fast and deliberate. That's my thing. However, when you, are you a member of law enforcement? I was a sworn deputy sheriff reserve in Michigan for 2.5 years. Yes, to you, Terrence. So, M-Code certified. So, when you out here talking, this is classic drunk white guy at the party or at the bar who done had too much to drink but still want to be a badass because he done bit off more than he can chew. He don't want to just say, you know what, I'ma stop. He gonna still want to be a badass. So there's a line of saying, hey, a police officer being a professional, doing what he needs to do, enforcing the law, hey, that's one thing. But then you have your classic white guy who done had too much to drink and done bit off more than he can chew and got into it with a guy trying to be a badass, and now he's talking shit. And that's exactly what this dude is, except he just so happens to be a security guard.
Yeah, this was good. Fuck.
What's up? What's up? You want some more? You want some more of this? Are you bleeding?
Get in your car, man.
Bleeding?
Ass is what?
Get in your
Bleeding?
fuck about
What he
some
doing?
blood.
He ain't
Get in
giving
your
up.
car. You not giving a fuck about some blood?
Some more.
Shit.
You not giving some fuck.
Fucking athlete versus rent-a-cop. What's happening?
Hey, get in your car. Get in the car. Get in the car. You think that hurts? Bro, stop. Stop. You fucking pussy. Pussy ass nigga.
Boom, they ain't gonna drop the N-bomb and everything. Now, let me tell y'all something. He dropping the N-bomb not to just say, I think all black folks is niggas. That's a let me bait him back to getting to whooping on my ass type of nigga. That's what he did that shit for. Hey, look, you pussy. He calling him a name. You pussy ass nigger. He wants another round of ass whooping. Now, mind you, the other fellow white guys around him are trying to save him. Like, hey, man, look, you didn't get your ass well whooped by this black dude. Back the fuck up, cool the fuck out, take your well whooped ass in your car and go home. Classic white boy don't want to give up. Hey, fuck that. Come on, you pussy. Hey, you pussy ass nigger. He like steady wants to bring it. I steady want the confrontation. Don't know when to just throw in the towel, man. That's what happened. It's just like what happened to my man Apollo Creed in Rocky IV. He was playing. He was jazzing and dancing, had James Brown bringing him out. I live in America. He had all that shit going on. He got in that ring. And if you watch this movie, you can definitely verify what I'm about to tell you. In that movie, when Drago came out, and motherfucking Carl Weathers came up there, Apollo Creed came up there smiling with it thing about it. And he hit them hands, and Drago hands didn't move when they bumped gloves. That nigga looked at him, and he was just sitting there. Carl Weathers looked like, oh wait, this motherfucker might be for real. And they was talking about this trusted exhibition. When he hit them motherfucking hands like boop, and them hands didn't move, Carl Weathers should have been like, hey look, I'm about to run and dance in this ring for 3 minutes. Everybody gonna talk shit about us, but I'm gonna live to fight another day. I'm gonna work out, and in about 6 months, I'll come back and beat his ass. Rocky could have stayed home. Rocky wouldn't have got his ass beat. I think Apollo the Creed would have beat him, but he didn't. And he kept fucking with him, and Drago killed him. That's exactly what happened. Watch it.
Party foul.
As he walks away.
I done broke down Rocky IV.
What? He could have turned around. He could have turned around. He could have turned around. He could have turned around.
No, stop. And this ain't a thing, and that's what I'm saying. This ain't a racial thing. This is just a fucking asshole who literally is just mad that he got his ass beat. That's it. Talking shit, bit off more than he can chew, and got fucked up. But what does he do? Does he take his ass whooping and go home? Nope. He gonna push the envelope. Here you go.
Stop. Because you're a racist piece of shit.
Who is this guy?
Dude,
Who is this guy? You know what? You know you fucking up when your fellow white folks be like, who is this guy, man? What the fuck is he doing? And Big Mo said he died in America. Boy, you a fool. Apollo did die in America now. He did.
Good thing, yeah.
Now watch what this motherfucker do in his security, man.
A bunch of fucking white dudes. Hey, he's nothing.
Hey, no, hell no, dude.
Nothing. Oh, he pulled a gun out.
Get the fucking side.
Oh. Now, boom. Now, you see this white boy here? And look. The white boys is like, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck is his problem, man? Like, what the hell? This motherfucker come back with this gun. Watch what this white boy here do. He like, oh shit, here we go. I don't want no parts of this. Watch his ass. Cause he just watching like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? Like, come on. Kelsey, the fuck is his problem?
Oh,
watch
he pulled the gun out.
He pulled that gun. He pointed that gun.
Fuck, he pulled the gun out.
Oh, fuck.
Get the fucking side! Yo, you think you're cool?
You
Get the fucking side! Get the fucking side! Fucking pussy! Get the fucking side!
Oh, man.
Oh, he pulled a gun out.
Get the fucking side!
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out. He's nothing.
Hey, no, hell no, dude!
Nothing. Oh, he pulled a gun out.
Get the fucking side!
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out. Gun out.
Get the fucking side!
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out. Gun out.
Get the fucking side!
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out. Gun out.
Get the fucking side!
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out. Gun out.
Hey, what he said?
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out. Gun out.
Get the fucking side!
Oh, fuck, he pulled a gun out.
I usually know white boys that get in the fuck inside. I don't know who the fuck this white boy is. He got this goddamn gun out. I'm gonna do what he asked. That motherfucker like, oh fuck, he got the fuck inside. Let's get inside. That's some bullshit, boy. You ain't shit for that. Classic example of a white boy with a gun. He like, hey, I'm in charge, and technically, you are. Now, what happens with black folks? We get the Debo mentality. Fuck you gonna do with that besides make me mad? That's what niggas would do. Now, that's why they got that other nigga out of there. Like, go on, take your black ass on, man. We don't want no trouble. This motherfucker came out here, and if that black dude would have still been there while he had that gun, he'd have went Debo on him. He'd have already knocked him down twice too. He'd have been like, what you gonna do with that besides make me mad, Craig? Now put the gun down and get knocked out again like your daddy used to. That's what he would have told that motherfucker. And then that white boy would have shot him. And it'd have been another black dude who'd have got Trayvon Martin. That's what would have happened.
Fucking side!
Get the fucking side!
Yo, you think you're cool? Get the fucking side! No. Get the fucking side!
So it's like this, and let me say this to y'all, because you could possibly one day be in a situation to where somebody is doing some fuck shit, and when a gun comes into play, all right, first and foremost, don't be the asshole that thinks I don't give a fuck if he got a gun or not. Don't be that guy, because when you're that guy usually turns out to be the dead guy. Not the bad guy, not the good guy, the dead guy, okay? The other piece to this is if you are in a situation to where, let's just say, for instance, if you did have a gun and you do have a legal, you do have the right to carry that gun and you're a lawful citizen of America and you want to carry your gun, if you are in that situation and you gonna confront this dude, you have to already have in your mind that you are confronting this dude and you are going to shoot this guy. The reason being is because number one, the age-old rule of you never draw on a drawn gun. For those of you who may not know that, you never draw on a drawn gun, which means if a motherfucker comes and they draw their gun on you, I don't give a fuck if you went to Doc Holliday's gun shooting class or if you took Doc Holliday's Art of the Draw, you're not that fast. All right? You never draw on a drawn gun. Ain't nobody that fast to where a motherfucker have a gun drawn on you and you draw your gun able to get to your hip, your back, your appendix, your neck, your shoulder, your underarm, your other underarm, your ankle. Ain't nobody fast enough to draw on that drawn gun. Alright? And clearly in this situation, those people did what was best for them to do, which was to walk away. Go in the house. Get the fuck inside, if you will. Like this piece of shit said, they got the fuck inside because you can't draw on that gun. Now, let's just say, for instance, that I'm a guy and I'm over here by this motherfucking pickup truck. Now, and I ain't got my gun out, but I see that this motherfucking piece of shit done pulled his gun and he's terrorizing and threatening other people and he's brandished his firearm for no apparent reason, and he's doing that and I want to confront him. I first and foremost need to have my gun out, drawn, and aimed. Alright? And then I can say something to him. Like, hey, you motherfucker, what the fuck are you doing? Or drop your fucking gun, or fucking freeze, or hey, get the fuck away from those people. Once I'm here, where I have cover, and I have my gun drawn, now I can talk shit. God damn, I always knock that keyboard over. Now I can talk shit. Until then, I cannot. Because in a gunfight, I'm going to lose. The chances or the odds of me surviving, that's exactly what would have happened. Yes, Big Mo, that fat boy was mad and now he gonna shoot somebody. He the motherfucker that get his ass beat on the basketball court, and once the basketball game, so look, let me tell y'all this story. Shout out to my man, what was his name? Daniel Lemon, big brother. Oh shit, I can't think of it. But look, dude in our hood, let me tell you what this motherfucker would do. He would be on the basketball court at the park. So at the park, everybody playing on asphalt. Motherfuckers is out there, you know, playing pickup games, right? So when he would get beat, what this motherfucker would do, he walk off, go to the garbage can, and take the beer bottles that was put in the garbage can, because people be at the park drinking beer and all that shit. They keep it in a paper bag or whatever. He would take them bottles and he would throw those bottles onto the asphalt court to where it's now glass all over the court to where motherfuckers couldn't play. And motherfuckers be like, what the fuck, man? So he lose. He take a bunch of fucking glass bottles and he be busting them on the motherfucking court because he mad because he lost. So what do everybody got to do now? You got to stop playing. Motherfuckers got to go to the field house or go to their house across the street, get a broom, and now niggas got to sweep the fucking court. That's what he would do. That's exactly what he would do. So it's like, that's the type of shit he doing. You done got your ass whooped. So now, and motherfuckers wouldn't really want to fight him because this nigga was big. That wasn't Daniel Lemon. I can't think of this nigga name. I wish it was somebody in the chat from my hood because they could tell me. But that motherfucker, his last name was Lemon. The whole family was some wilding out niggas. Shout out to the Lemons. Lived down the block from me. But them motherfuckers would have that, they would have to go and sweep the court, and they couldn't talk shit to him because he was a diesel ass nigga and he could fight his motherfucking ass off. He could fight his ass off. So motherfuckers wasn't trying to fuck him. This was back in the day when niggas was good with them hands. He was older than me, but that motherfucker would bust bottles on the fucking court so niggas couldn't play after he lose. Ignorant as hell. He also stole on a motherfucker at the casino because that nigga took a hit when he Look, this nigga, let me show you how crazy this nigga is. So you know how you sitting at the blackjack table, right? You at the casino, you at the blackjack table, you playing with other people, right? Now, it's certain rules to blackjack. There's certain times when you ain't supposed to take a hit, and there's certain times when you are supposed to take a hit. So this motherfucker is playing, and he got his hand, and this motherfucker did not take a hit when he should have. And even though he lost two, had he not taken the hit, and then is it Daniel? His name ain't Daniel Lemon. It ain't Daniel Lemon. I can't think of his fucking name. But look, he took the hit. So after this dude was supposed to take a hit and he didn't. and he took a hit and got busted, and the motherfucker after him took a hit and won. he got his card because he didn't take a hit. You know what he did? He literally turned to this dude that he don't know and straight cold cocked him in his jaw, knocked him the fuck out, like sleep at the motherfucking casino. Got put out the casino and everything, but that nigga was like, man, like, motherfucker, you should have took a hit. If you took the hit you was supposed to take, I would have got this car. I would have won that motherfucker. Motherfucker straight, boom, knocked him out cold. That's the kind of motherfucker that you just like, goddamn, nigga, that's some ignorant shit. What part? West Pullman part, Mario. West Pullman, baby. Yes, sir. Ask about that nigga. I can't remember his name. It ain't Daniel Lemon. Cause Daniel Lemon was he was like a year too younger than me. It ain't Mario, cause Mario was a year older than me. What was that nigga name? I can't think. That shit gonna bug the shit out of me too. But anyway, I'm a matter of fact, shit, I'm gonna call my goddamn brother, cause I know his ass know. We gonna get his ass on the motherfucking speakerphone. But man, I'm telling you, that motherfucker there, that's the type of shit he did. Hello?
At the tone, please record your message.
Oh shit, this nigga ain't even answering his goddamn phone. Boy, I tell you, my brother, who's always been the same selfish motherfucker since we was kids. What's up, Bryant? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, look, I got you on my show live. I got a question. What it could have been Don, I don't know, but hey, he said Don Lemon. No, you talking about the gay motherfucker. Anyway, look. What Lemon was the one that used to throw the bottles on the court when he would lose? And the motherfucker that knocked the dude out at the casino?
The famous Walt Lemon.
Walt! That's it!
And Mike Lemon, the one that the dude.
Mike Lemon, right. Walter Lemon did the bottles. Mike Lemon, that's his name. They stole on the nigga that didn't take because that nigga was supposed to take a hit and he didn't. Yeah. I don't know how we got on this, but I'm sitting there racking my brain trying to remember. Michael Lemon, nigga, notorious hood great, nigga. I'm telling you, it's stories about him. But Walter Lemon, Walter was older than Mike, right?
Yeah, no, Mike was older than
Mike was older than Walter. Okay, Mike was the oldest. Yeah, Walter Lemon, boy, and Mike Lemon. Walter used to throw them bottles on the court and fuck up the game when he lose. See, I just told him that. I said, niggas have a broom. Go get a broom across the street on the field house to sweep the court.
That's how he got so mad. He pulled a pistol out, man. Everybody hooping today. I was like,
he said, ain't nobody hooping today because he mad because he lost. Yeah. Telling y'all, so y'all just heard. I said the same shit. I said niggas had to have a broom at the court, and you just said that shit. So that's live call, niggas. So you know I ain't lying. Walter Lemon, man, I'm telling you. All right, man, I'll holler at you, brother. Later. There it is, right there. So y'all know I ain't fucking lying. That's what that nigga did. But that's exactly what this dude doing. He just like, fuck it, I'm shutting everything down because I done got my ass whooped and I got a gun. And that's what he did.
Oh, fucking pussy!
Instead he talking cash shit.
What are you? Go ahead. Shoot me. Go ahead. That's not the first time I had a gun pointed at me. Go ahead.
Really?
No. Go ahead.
No, come on.
Been that many times?
Shit will change your life.
See that shit?
Hey, that shit will change your life, dude. Just get in the car.
You act as if I've not been in jail forever, man.
I know, that shit will change your life. Get in the car, bro.
I don't know what just fucking happened.
And they still trying to reason with him.
I don't know what just happened. It wasn't necessary.
You don't know. It's got nothing to do.
I don't know what happened. It wasn't necessary. You're probably on. There are cops on the way.
Hey, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Just roll.
See that?
Cops are on the way.
Just leave, bro.
Dude, it's not worth it, man. Just go.
It ain't worth it.
It's not worth it, man.
It ain't worth it, bro.
Just roll. Honestly, just get the fuck out of here.
Man.
It's not the first time I had a gun.
And they was out there cool as hell with him. I don't know how they did it. I'd have been like, man, this motherfucker, he fucking up. Fuck him. He done took his ass whooping and now he doing this bullshit. Hey, man, they trying to talk him down like, dude, you gonna change your life, man. You gonna fuck your life up out here on this other shit. Now, what would niggas do? Hell yeah, nigga, fuck that nigga. Nigga, shoot that motherfucker, this motherfucker right. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me, nigga. Not. That's what would have happened. But, hey, that's what happened. White guy with a gun proves my point as to why security officers, they just should not be carrying guns, man. If you don't go through the same process that as far as the gun weapons training and all that type of shit that these motherfuckers got to go through as law enforcement officers, man, you shouldn't. You just shouldn't have that gun. And you should also have, and then again too, that dude shoot him, he gon' the civil suit that he would suffer because of that is more than enough, dude. It ain't gonna be no shit to where you always think you gonna get off and you gonna be the motherfucker that's gonna make it. Oh, it was a clean shoot. That shooting wouldn't have been clean in either one of them situations. Now with this dude here with the Trayvon Martin shit in the middle of the fight, yeah, he would have got away with it. But that other guy with that sheriff's deputy, that was bullshit, man. That guy definitely don't need to have nobody's gun, and he don't need to be working for nobody that wants you to carry a gun, because he is on track to shoot a motherfucker. I'm just saying. The last thing about these lemons, let me tell y'all this last story before I'm done. They was on the block, and their house got foreclosed on. So they had to move. So you know how you got that time where you got to foreclose? Then you get that final day. Like, if you ain't out by this day, the sheriff coming, we taking your ass out. So they moved before that, but the last day before the motherfuckers had to move, them motherfuckers tore the house up. And here's what I mean by tore the house up. They broke every window, they fucked up every wall, they ruined the house. So much to the point to where the house had to be raised. Well, or what that's what they call it in real estate. It had to be raised. But that means tore down, demolished. They leveled it. And there was a vacant lot on that motherfucking house, on that area. That house became a vacant lot for about 20 years before they built a new house on top of it. That's what they did. Tore that house, yes, Beverly Jones, them lemons was some tough motherfuckers. Notorious. Notorious. They tore the house apart. They made it to where you can't. They was like, hey, we the last family that's gonna live in this motherfucking house. Now somebody else might come and live here at this address, but ain't nobody gonna live in this motherfucking house. We literally heard them all tearing the house fucking apart, breaking the windows, all that type of shit. Sledgehammer, brick, knife, whatever they had to do it with, they tore that motherfucker up. Bats, poles, tore it to the ground. They ain't steal the copper. It wasn't about the copper. It was the point of tearing the house down because they lost the motherfucker. That's what it was. Sour lemons. It was sour that night. That's good shit, Titus. Well, look, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to come back with something else, too, in a little bit. But let me first and foremost acknowledge any and everybody who done took their time out to donate to your boy. I appreciate it. Let's see who is first and foremost up. Oh, shout out to, because I saw, wasn't it? Wait, what the hell is this? Facebook, Face ID. That shit was already activated. There we go. I don't know why it just had me do that again. Shout out to Selena Patrick. She donated $10 to your boy. That's what's up. Good looking out. I appreciate you. My man Leroy Honeycutt hit your boy up with the $4.55. That's what's happening. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And let's see, that's it on this side of the game, ain't it? And if you're watching this on the replay, you can still donate to your boy. That's what's up. I appreciate everybody that give, whether it's $1 or a dime. Every little bit counts. That's what's up. And let me see who else. Oh, wait. Rosalinda. She donated the other day, I guess at the end of my show. I think it was after the show that she donated. Best of luck. Thank you so much, Rosalinda. I appreciate it. And also, in case I didn't, my man David Williams hit your boy up with $2. He said, thanks for the breakdown. Be safe, stay cool. My man, I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. All right, and let's see if anybody donated on the Cash App. But I just want to say thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. This was fun. Hey, I hope that police officer, first and foremost, gets some type of compensation for that shit that he did. Hey, the IRS or whoever's responsible for paying that security firm, y'all need to have a motherfucker over that shit. Plain and simple, to see who you got working in there. Because stuff like that man could have lost his life and not went home to his family, not been able to live his best life because a motherfucker didn't want to follow some simple instructions and use some common sense. Because if that dude is a sheriff's deputy, he came in there to ask a question. He didn't come in there to arrest nobody. He didn't come in there to shoot nobody. He didn't come in there to do nothing. And all he had was a question. And the fact that you was willing and ready to shoot that man, dude, you in the wrong profession. Plain and simple. And whatever charges they press on that motherfucker, go ahead. Do he need to go to jail for 20 years? Nope. But should he sit down for maybe 30 days or something, 6 months? Hey, so be it. Or get on probation or something. Because at the end of the day, he might be in a position to where that shit don't work out for the best and somebody does wind up losing their life or getting severely injured or gravely harmed or something like that. So I would definitely say to that, yeah, they need to do something about that. Also, Beverly Jones, I just saw yours come through. Thank you for your donation as well. Hey guys, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give myself something to eat, spend a little time with my wife, and then I'm going to come on back. Shout out to everybody who came and supported. Shout out to Soto Nation. Shout out to my man Tommy Sotomayor of Fatherless America. You see it at the top of the screen. Go see the movie if you ain't. If you done seen it, share it with somebody. How about that? Because I think just about everybody in Soto Nation done seen the movie. So I would say now it's our turn to start sending the link to somebody else to see the movie. That's why I keep showing it on my streams, just so we can see what's happening. So hey, I thank you guys for coming by. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves, and I hope that somebody on the United Guns of America side remember, as always, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Keep the Second Amendment, the Second Amendment. I love y'all. Peace, and I'm out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna close out with my boy one more again. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna start it over just for you,
Children from fatherless homes in this country 5 times more likely to commit suicide than children who have a father in the home.
Shout out to my man, Super T.
32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times more likely to become sexually aggressive or commit rape. 10 times more likely to engage in drug abuse. It just breaks my heart. No heat, no judgment.
The woman will open up and say, you know what, not having my father really is a problem, really is an issue. And I wish we could get more black women to just point out, wait a minute, it's not cool that your kids don't have that father. It's not it's not cool that you didn't grow up with yours. It's not, I don't need no man. It's not, fathers don't matter. It's not, niggas ain't shit. It's actually, we as a people, we as a culture, we as a community have to deal with each other. And in dealing with each other, if we're creating children, if we're having little innocent beings who only thing they know about themselves is what we present about ourselves. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. If you are a Jew and you know that you must be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that, that matters. Your goal is higher. What you want to be in life is exalted. But if you think about what happens with us as black men, our goal in life is where? What do we have to look up to? Who do we have to look up to? Was our fathers impressive? Was our grandfathers impressive? It doesn't even matter what you say sometimes to your children. It's what you do. It's what you have. It's the presence you command. It's the maturity of how you deal with each other and deal with other people. And that's the biggest thing we need in the black community. Where does that start? To me, it's with fathers. If your man is confident, your man is proud. When your man is proud, he loves what he has. He protects what he has when he has these situations. And that's when you, as a woman, as a man, as a family, as a community, that's when we'll be better. When we actually care about each other. It starts with the fathers. It starts with the relationship and the children.